Same storm system in Hope, BC, towing stranded vehicles out of floodwaters and landslides. I'm joined now by Adam Zackle. He is a resident of Hope, BC. Adam, appreciate you taking the time. What has it been like out there today?
It's been very wet, and definitely the town is on edge a little bit.
I bet it's on edge. And now I understand, and we're going to show some pictures that you took that just gives us an idea that you were out in the floods last night and back out again today, towing people out of trouble. Can you just describe what you were seeing?
So it's a lot like the 2021 floods that hit our small town. Landslides, hearing them throughout the night, flooding on our local roads, and definitely a scary time.
So it was a scary time, and we were just looking at some images. Looks like you've got a camper van that you're trying to tow. Yep, got into some trouble. Just tell us a little bit about who got into some trouble.
So the couple that was in the camper van, the male driver was from Saskatchewan and the female was from British Columbia. They were just trying to get home, and from what we have just kind of noticed, and people just kind of panic in these situations, and all they want to do is get home and don't really think about the possible consequences. And they tried to get through the slide, and unfortunately, as you can see, they didn't make it very far.
They didn't make it very far, and so was it? It must have been really challenging in these conditions, just kind of getting people out of this. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, absolutely. When all roads lead to hope, unfortunately, when those wash away, there's not much you can do. And like I kind of said, I think people panic in these situations, and all they want to do is try to get home, and they hope that they can get through these slides or these flooded areas, and they just don't. A lot of people haven't been put in this situation before, and they just don't understand the dangers that it could cause. And unfortunately, some of these people learned the hard way.
And tell us about the dangers. Tell us about what it was like on the roads.
The camper van, that made us kind of nervous just being in that area. But when we saw in other vehicles basically turning around immediately, we just jumped into action and just knew that, that's not just their vehicle, that's most likely their home. And we didn't want them to lose that. And we were worried that another slide could happen in that area, and we just wanted to get in as quickly as possible. The same with the flooding too. You are worried just of your own safety, what is happening, underneath the water. All those things are kind of going through your head. So we just try to work as quickly as possible just to get in and get out, and to not interfere with any of the other emergency crews.
Yeah, we're looking at some more video of, wow, it just looks like some vehicles going through some really flooded out roadways here. I think I saw a taxi, and I mean, how deep was the water? Just tell us a little more.
Yeah, absolutely. So the water level kind of ranged from over your knee in height. So easily 2.5, 3 feet on the edges of the road. And depending on the angle of the road, it would get to at least over your ankle. For some reason, people just kind of, again, panic, and they don't think about just those small things. And those vehicles that were stuck, if they would have maybe went on the opposite side of the road, they could have been fine. Or if they drove a little bit slower. But I think, again, you get scared and you just want to get through it as quickly as possible. And that's when, unfortunately, your car takes on water and kills in the motor.
Yeah, and and the extra element of this, and we've seen how dangerous they can be. It's the mudslides, right? I mean, this just can
absolutely.
So tell me about that. It just happens so fast, and that can even add even more trouble to the trouble you're already in.
Oh, for sure. We always, in the back of our mind, are just worried about, are we causing an issue, with maybe rescue crews. So we really pay attention just to make sure that we're not being in the way or just slowing things down for the town or rescue crews. We do worry about that a lot because that area where the landslide was and the flooding, it is a very common spot in between Hope and Silver Creek that does get a lot of flooding, a lot of rock slides, landslides over the years. So it's something that was in the back of our mind that, we could be putting ourselves in danger too.
Well, I'm glad everything is okay now, but just quickly, are you concerned about the hours and days to come? And what's it like
Absolutely.
outside?
So right now, it is calmer skies. We haven't had any rain since probably early in morning. But that being said, the runoff off the mountains is still pretty intense. We are worried about just the amount of debris that is in the rivers, and if they build a if there's a blockage in the rivers, that's where it can be quite concerning about just what could happen if that lets go, the houses that are on the opposite side of that breakage. So with the weather that is coming here in the next few days, it's not over yet.
All right, Adam, appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's Adam Skokkal, and is a Hope resident in BC.